Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 966. Happy Friday. Hoodie Friday. Got my Anawan Braves hoodie on, my alma mater. They'll be playing some Friday night football week 2 tonight against, I think they play the Stark County Rebels tonight. Anawan Wethersfield versus Stark County. I think that game's in Kewanee at Wethersfield High School. So that means I can watch it. So I'll have that game on. Some college football last night. The Gators, Florida Gators, and Utah Utes in action. I was kind of keeping a close eye on the stats. I didn't watch the game. I was going to turn it on, but I just didn't feel like it. Wanted to see Graham Mertz, former Wisconsin Badger, see how he did. 44 passing attempts, 344 or 333 yards passing. That would have been like a great game for him at Wisconsin, and that's why he's no longer at Wisconsin. They're just not a passing program. Maybe they will under this new head coach for the Badgers, but Graham Mertz, they lost though, right? What was the final score on Florida, Utah? Oh, shit. Where are we at? 24-11. Oh, Utah was number 14 in the country. I didn't realize they were that highly ranked. So there you go. Gators and Utes. Last night, little Thursday night college football. We're going to play football name the player today, and we're going to do much like we did last week in terms of I just grabbed some singles. No packs, so it's not going to be all 91 tops. We've got a mishmash of players from different decades. I didn't throw in like a random 7th round pick from 1984, so that only played in 3 games. So it should be fairly easy, but I think it's a wide variety that it's going to be fun. So we'll do that. What else is going on? It's Friday. I've got a fun weekend, a fun hobby weekend. Really, every weekend is a hobby weekend for me. But this is a little more fun because I've got the Card Life coming to town. So we're going to film here later today, this afternoon. And then tomorrow I'm heading to Milwaukee to film with Phillies pitcher Matt Strahm. And Alex is coming in from Car Dealer Pro. So today's filming, I think, is going to center around the Cubs collection, an update on where we're at, and probably show my operation in terms of using Car Dealer Pro and all that. And then tomorrow we show Matt how to use the Rico scanner in Car Dealer Pro. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to film that tomorrow over in Milwaukee. And then afterwards, Alex and I are going to head over to the Salvation Army, not to look at their thrift store, but to look at baseball cards. It's the big Oak Creek card show. They have 180 tables over there. It's a monthly show. It's always the first Saturday of each month. So we're going to head over to the Oak Creek Salvation Army for the big card show tomorrow afternoon. So fun-filled hobby weekend for me. It's going to be the next couple of weeks are going to be a lot of fun. Next Thursday, I'm going to be hanging out with Sean Dunston and Brian McRae at Club 400. So I'll probably do next Friday a hobby evolution in the morning because I talked my wife into going. She doesn't drink, so we're just going to head home Thursday night. So I'll be sleeping in my own bed. I'm probably going to be, no. I will be hungover on next Friday. So it won't be a 7 a.m. hobby evolution, maybe 9. Maybe I just say F it. But expect one next Friday, but it'll be West Coast friendly time. And then let's see, no shows. No, I'm not setting up at any shows this weekend, but the next Sunday, the 10th of September. Can you believe that? We're already talking about the 10th of September. I'll be down in the suburbs again, St. Charles at the Kane County Fairgrounds. I'll be set up at the St. Charles Card Show. First time show there. Looking forward to a new region to sell my quarter cards. So that's coming up on Sunday, September 10th in St. Charles. I've also got, if you're interested in Car Dealer Pro, hit up cardealerpro.com. Use promo code CUBS, CUBS. and you'll get 500 free scans upon any paid subscription. So thought I'd flash that on the screen since it's kind of the topic this weekend for the Card Life filming. Where are we at in the chat? What's going on, chat? Let's see. We've got Angel Baby Cards out on the West Coast. He's up bright and early in Fresno. What's happening? Carlo does vintage. Morning, Ivan Boski. How's the old tomato? I have no idea what that means. I don't know what my old tomato is. Hey, speaking of old tomatoes, though, we got our raised garden beds put in. And I wanted to, since they were put in like what, early to mid-August, whenever they were put in. I'm like, I'm gonna do, because like celery and lettuce is a good like cool weather vegetable. They don't like the heat. Celery and lettuce does not like that heat and humidity. So it's a good early spring vegetable. And then I'm like, I could probably plant some in late summer, right? We've got like shit, it's 54 degrees right now. They'll love it. So my wife and mother-in-law went to one of the nursery. It's not just down the road anymore. Now it's a couple miles. So they went to the nursery. I'm like, hey, look to see if they have any celery, lettuce, or any other like vegetables I could plant right now, late summer vegetables. Because there's not too many, because we'll be hit with some cold weather here soon. She reports back nothing. So then I just got lazy and decided, fuck it. I'll just wait till spring. So I'll plant my tomatoes. Since you mentioned how's the old tomato, I think that's slang for something. I have no idea though. Whatever Carlo does vintage means. But I will plant tomatoes next spring with my cucumbers and dill and make my pickles again. Took the year off for pickles. Angel Baby's got to grab his hot coffee, his Jimmy Dean sandwich, and his Topps cap. Chopping walnuts here, not broccoli, yogurt, nuts, and blueberries. Ah, there you go. Oh, maybe you're talking about my bagel with cream cheese and tomato. So yes, that's what I did yesterday. I had bagel, cream cheese, and a fresh tomato. Delicious, juicy tomatoes. Love them. I think I'm just gonna be lazy today and do a breakfast burrito. Sports card ripping teacher. Good morning. Once I saw Florida was penalized for too many players wearing number 3, I figured it was time to start walking to the pay window. Productivity is probably lower once game 1 starts. Go Cubs. So were you at the game? Were you down at, or was it? I don't know where you were at. Was it at Florida or at Utah? I'm not sure. Or were you just watching on the telly? Kyle, what's up? Good morning. Kyle was happy. I sent him a message yesterday. I was trying to get my areas cleaned up. I was like very pissy yesterday and last night. I was okay in the morning because I'm like waking up. Hey, it's a new day. I got my coffee. I got my people with me. And then all of a sudden it's like halfway through the day. I'm like, I'm just mad. I don't know why. Just pissy. It wasn't cloudy. It wasn't raining. It was nice outside. It was actually a beautiful day. I got to walk in with Biscuit. She pooped a couple times. She's been eating like crazy lately, which is really good. We used to have to like force feed her. And now since we moved to this house, she like freaking eats like a horse, which is good because she's like too skinny. Like the vet's like, you got to plump her up. But we can't. Do you have like food that we can like inject into her vein? Can you do that? That's probably not humane. Like, how do you feed a dog that refuses to eat? And what the hell kind of dog refuses to eat? Biscuit was that kind of dog, but now she's just like starving, which is a good problem to have. We don't have to sit down. Like literally, my wife would spoon feed our dog because she wouldn't eat. She would not eat. So she loved about the only thing she would like love to eat was, and we tried multiple different foods, like the fresh kind that's super expensive, that's more expensive than human food. We've tried everything. But she loves Biscuit burgers, which is just a hamburger, just a small hamburger. And we would mix it in with dog food. So she's still eating dog food and she loved it. But Biscuit would not have leftovers. She would not even eat leftover salmon. She'll eat salmon fresh, fresh out of the oven. But the next day, she turns her nose at it. Salmon. I'm eating the shit up for leftovers the next day. Like, this is a treat. I used to eat tuna out of a can. I'm eating fresh salmon. And this dog's turning her nose at it. I'm not eating leftovers. But now, so we had burgers on the grill 2 nights ago. So we made 2 biscuit burgers. And I like filled her damn bowl up. And she ate everything. Like, what got into this dog? Maybe my wife and I were talking, like, maybe she likes this house a lot better. I don't know. But now she eats. Like, since we moved into this house, now all of a sudden she's a normal dog that wants food, that like begs for food. Like, our dog never begged for food unless it was cheese. She could hear the cheese wrapper, and all of a sudden you hear little paw prints, paw tracks coming. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but I'm cleaning and organizing. Oh, because I was just in a crappy mood yesterday. I don't know why. So I'm eating. I'm just like, I think it was because I didn't sleep well. I think that's probably why. Because I kind of tossed and turned, and then I woke up at 4 a.m. Does this ever happen to you? You wake up super early, wide awake, and you're like, it's too early to get up. Like, even though I'm wide awake, I think your body's saying it doesn't matter. Like, your body will tell you to go to sleep when you're tired. You should listen to your body. And I don't. I ignored my body yesterday. 4 o'clock, wide awake. I'm like, it's too early. It's too early. I'm going back. This bed's too comfortable. I'm going back to bed. Even though I was wide awake. 4 o'clock. I'm on my phone. Doing the zombie. I'm a freaking zombie. Looking at my phone for half an hour. 4 o'clock a.m. I'm like, it's only 4:30. I can get another hour. I'm just going to go back to sleep for an hour, even though I'm wide awake. Fall asleep for, 45 minutes, wake up. I'm more tired than ever. And I think that's what started my day off on the wrong foot yesterday. And now I'm like, and it was still like 5:15 or something. And I got up and did my thing. Then I was like cranky the rest of the day. I don't think that happened this morning. I was up early. I set my alarm for 5. And then I'm like, but I wasn't wide awake. Like, my alarm actually woke me up. So it wasn't my body saying, hey, let's get up and go do stuff. It was my alarm saying, hey, get up and do stuff. I'm like, yeah, fuck. So hopefully I'm in a better mind space today. Anyway, so last night we're at dinner. I'm like, I feel like everything felt like the world was against me. You ever get that feeling like you're just trying to clean and it's like never ending? It's like you pick something up and it's like 3 more items, or like, what? Like, you can't get ahead. That was my thought process. So I was, so my wife's like, just put headphones on and just go to work. Okay. So I came downstairs and I didn't put headphones in. I don't like wearing headphones in the house. I like wearing my headphones on an airplane, and I like wearing my headphones mowing the lawn, listening to podcasts or music, but not in the house. Like, I'll just turn a speaker on or have my computer on. So I don't even know what the hell I was like, I had sports card radio on for a little bit last night, and then I had something else. I think I turned like a movie. I had Peacock and a movie on. So I was trying to get my shipping area, which I did put a good dent. I had a space between like where the door to the garage and the door to my like card area. I just had like a bunch of just shit. And it was just, I think it was bothering me. Like, all this shit, like, where am I going to put all this shit? I'm like, I've got plenty of those like cheap plastic shelving units. I'll just put one of those in there because it's just random shit. So I did that. Looks much better. Got most of that area clean. Now I've got this and that. I come into here. It's like, now I've got that organized. And now I come into here. It's like, what the hell? So now I've got this space to organize before 2 or 3 o'clock today. Um, so hopefully I'm in a better space. It's Friday. I've got Card Life. Brandon's coming over. Awesome dude. He's the producer of the show. Do some filming here. Hanging out with Alex from Car Dealer Pro tomorrow. Matt Strahm, get to meet him. So tomorrow will be fun. We've got friends coming over Sunday. Now we're like entertained. Like we never had people over. Now it's like, come see our house. So that'll be nice. I haven't seen some of our friends. I haven't seen them for a while. It's like I haven't seen anybody unless you're at card shows in a while. George is here. What's up, George? Oh, so anyway, Kyle. I'm cleaning a roundabout way. We're gonna get to Kyle. So I'm cleaning the card room, and I had a bunch of like boxes on the floor that I just didn't know where to put. Try to consolidate some things. So I'm going through, and I've already sold I sold what 2 or 3 monster boxes of NASCAR and like 12 binders to Kyle several months ago. And so now I just he's got his own shelf. It's the NASCAR shelf. And I've got 2 monster boxes, a couple binders, and I think a couple like long boxes of NASCAR. So I'm in the card room, and there's just like this big square box with stuff in it, and there's just more boxes inside. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's like a bunch of NASCAR on top. I'm like, oh, all of the boxes inside, I think they're complete sets from like the junk, like 94 and 95, like press pass. And then there was some other random shit in there. And then there was another binder of NASCAR. So another big batch of NASCAR going to Kyle. In fact, there was a box, maybe like a 500-600 count box with the bulk buy from the other night. There's one box of NASCAR. And so I was telling Steve, who I bought the cards from, I'm like, he's like, I don't really know anything about NASCAR. So there might be some stuff in there. And I'm like, I don't know either. Like, I'm going to tell you what, I'm not even going to look at it. So I don't know either. Because anything NASCAR, it just goes into a pile. And I sell it to Kyle. A pile for Kyle. There's George. What's up, George? Good evening to you, sir. David in the house. Happy Friday. We always played when I worked in the first radio station I worked at. We always played. Our studios were in Galva, Illinois, home of the Wildcats. And there was what the hell company was that? See, I never remember names in the morning. And I did remember, what did I forget yesterday? I was in the kitchen and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what it was. Whatever, I can't remember. I can't remember. Was it Dixline? It might have been Dixline. Dixline was a company in Galva. I don't know if they're still there, but their employees would call in and request on Friday morning, like at 7:20, which, hey, it's 7:19 right now. At 7:20, they would request Todd Rundgren, bang the drum all day? I want to work all day, bang the drum. I can't remember how it goes, but Todd Rundgren, bang the drum every Friday on the Hawk and WGEN. Donald Davis, good morning. Philly Joe's in the house. Good morning to you. What's up, JW? Happy Friday. Go Cubs. Steve, what's happening? How about that weather at the ASU football game last night? Check it out if you haven't heard about it. Now that you mention it, I did see like a tweet. Was it called? What the hell? It might have been your tweet, actually, that I saw it from. What? It's called something funny. What the hell is it called? Maybe, can we find maybe a video? Arizona State weather. What the hell was it called? Somebody called it something. Fox Weather just says it was a monsoon, but I thought there was a different name for it. Oh, it's a dust storm. Was that what it feels like when you're tuning into Hobby Evolution? Commercial. I'm going to skip into the chat to see if Steve has mentioned what the hell that term is called. Nope, I don't think anybody mentioned it. Dorky Angler says dare echo. It wasn't a dare. It was like a boom something or not a boom slang. Where's boom slang at? There we are. Okay. Oh shit. Let's pause it. Escape. And we want to share screen. Okay. Now let's do this. There you go. So that was well, come on. Well, come on. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. You can see it coming. What the hell's going on with my either this website or the internet? Anyway, okay, that was shitty. So, moving on. I thought there was a different name for it. Brian, what's up? Hoodie with shorts the way God intended. Happy Friday, couch people. Indeed it is. Hoodies and shorts. It is fall. Hoodie and shorts weather. Heck yeah. Hall of Fame card play. Although it's going to be like 82 today, I think. It's the time of year that I have to look like yesterday. It was like 46 this time of day. And then I take Biscuit for a walk and I'm wearing like a sweatshirt and jeans and it's 80. I'm like, fuck, I can't win. So today, shorts and a hoodie. And then when I go take Biscuit for a walk, I've got to take the hoodie off and put a t-shirt on or something. Good morning. Just got done at the gym. Awesome. Paul Heath, good morning to you. Arn Dog in the house. BPC versus Johnny Max. Johnny Max, West Prairie Cyclones. How about it? Spartans and Cyclones tonight. For those that may not get the reference, probably all of you. Johnny Mack is John McCormick. He was a long time football coach at Bushnell Prairie City. And now he is the head coach at West Prairie. So he takes on his former school and team. So Arndog, are you going to be rooting for your buddy? Or are you going to be rooting for your school? Because Arndog, Dave Arnold, teaches at BPC. Well, he also coaches baseball at BPC. So I guess Arndog has to root for Bushnell Prairie City. Spartans. I should have worn my BPC shirt. I got like 3 Bushnell Prairie City hoodies, football playoff hoodies. Flawed Thinker, good morning. Go Mookie and Acuna. Is that the race for the National League MVP? I see all these people selling buyback, $500 in buybacks, only $300. It's like, but what if? What if? There's still a month left in the season. Tracy, what's happening? Good Friday morning. Virtual again today. Near 100 roads closed in my area. Oh, Tracy's down in South Carolina. Be safe down there. John, good morning. Harlan in the house. What's happening? Flawed Thinker says, just had the McDonald's breakfast with hotcakes for the first time in 5+ years. It was meh. I haven't had a McDonald's. Well, I haven't had a McDonald's breakfast in a month. And I guess I thought that because I'm like, oh, I haven't had a McDonald's breakfast in a long time. Oh, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But I get the same thing. I just get the breakfast burritos. Sometimes I'll get when I went to the Dunkin' was closed next to our hotel for the National. So I had to do, it was the only option. I couldn't eat healthy somewhere, whatever. I went to the drive-thru every morning, driving into the Donald Stevens Convention Center. So I would mix it up, breakfast burrito one day, and then I do like a sausage biscuit the next day. I think I did do a gas station breakfast one of the days. Like, I've had enough McDonald's. Card Hobbyist, good morning. Mark, what's up? Do you mind if I ask why your wife does not drink? She just doesn't drink. I just crossed 3 years sober on August 25th. However, I stopped drinking because I was a little too fond of it, to put it gently. So no, she's just never drank. Now on occasion she will drink wine. As we were going through this house process, like I don't think in our nearly 10 years together, I don't think, I mean, maybe early on in our relationship, once or twice, but when we just sat down, she would never drink like a glass of wine. But there was one time during this house building process that all of a sudden she gets the wine. I'm like, whoa. So no, she's had some like stomach issues and stuff, so it like kind of irritates that. So nothing, no problems or anything like that with it. JW opened up a blaster box of 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum, pulled a rookie Superfractor of Zach Lothar from the Orioles. I was shocked. Odds 1 in 37,000 packs. How about that? Has anybody else pulled a Superfractor? I've only pulled, and I've opened a ton of wax. And I've pulled two. I pulled in 2016. I pulled the Topps Chrome Update Superfractor of Christian Arroyo. He was a Giants rookie at that time. And then it was like 5 years before I pulled another one. Last year, I pulled a Christian Encarnacion Strand Superfractor from Topps Pro Debut, non-auto version. And I think the Arroyo was non-auto version also. I've never pulled a rookie auto Superfractor. So those are I've pulled a lot of one-of-ones. People ask, like, how many in your Cubs collection, how many one-of-ones do you have? And I'm like, I probably got like 20. I found like 20 in a single box last night. I'm going through and I'm like, I have a Bowman Platinum Superfractor of Adbert Alzolay. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I had this. And then there was like one-of-one. There was a Pedro Strop, which I do remember. I got that at a card show for real cheap. What else was in there? There was Addison Russell one-of-one that was gifted to me. Who gifted that to me? Somebody gifted that to me. What else was in there? There was a one-of-one of I got a Nazier Muley. I think that's an elite extra edition out of a break. And this was just in the box I was looking through last. There's a Chris Bryant that I traded for several years ago. It's like a patch one-of-one from Topps, one of the Topps inserts. So there was like not 20, but there was probably 10 one-of-ones in that box. I'm like, I probably have quite a few more than 20. Got a few Superfractor, Cubs Superfractor. Well, yeah, the Alzolay. I've got the Canario. I still need a first Bowman Chrome Auto Superfractor. That's kind of on my like list, like my short want list of Cubs. I'll have to go back and look at I made a want list when I was blogging regular on 1millioncubs.com. And I've picked off a lot. I wonder if I've got it pulled up. 1 million. Let's just try typing in 1 million Cubs project want list. See if any articles. There it is. 10 most wanted. April of 2020. So number one on my, let's just, here was my want list in April of 2020. So more than almost 3.5 years ago. Present, share screen. The 10 most wanted cards on my want list in 2020. So number one was the Ernie Banks rookie card. And shortly after I wrote that blog, I received this in a trade. It was a surprise. Thanks to Michael out in Ohio. So that number one, no longer needed, no longer on my want list. The 2013 Bowman Chrome Chris Bryant autograph. That one is also picked off. That is, you might be able to see, well, you can't right now, but you can see it behind me in my showcase. Actually, same with the Ernie Banks. So number one and number two picked off the want list. Number three, the first Bowman Chrome Gleyber Torres autograph. I also, unfortunately, picked that one up during the height of the hobby boom and paid about 8 times what it's worth today. So that one is no longer on my want list. And here, number 4, a Chicago Cubs Superfractor of any player. This is just a picture, for example, Ryan Jensen's first Chrome Superfractor auto. I have not pulled a first Bowman Chrome. I do have Superfractors, so I guess I need to be a little more clear. But I don't have a first Bowman Chrome Superfractor auto. Chicago Cubs season ticket books. Not cards, but tickets. I do have a little small ticket collection as well. I have picked these off. I picked off 2016, 2015, and then a couple other years. And they are unused. In fact, it might be the ones that are shown in the photo I got on eBay. But the 2013 in particular, because they actually have pictures of cards in that 2013 season. So that is part of my collection. It says my article that I wrote says the 2013 season ticket book priced at $100. I'm pretty sure I got that for like $30. And I think I paid around $75 for the 2016 World Series. Actually, I might have paid $100 for the 16. I think I paid $75 for the 2015. This has moved up to number 1 on my list. The Allen and Ginter Cap Anson. That's the card that I want to be the 1 millionth card. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Allen and Ginter. There's also a Goodwin Champions, and there's an Old Judge. So any of those 3. There's also a Mayo cut plug, but that would be number 4 on my list. Number 7, the 1952 Globe printing Visalia Cubs, which are like super, super rare. So I've not seen any of these in the wild. There's also a guy that like collects these cards, and I asked him at one of the nationals, and he's like, "Yeah, good luck finding that." The Ryan Sandberg oddball rookies, the Thorn Apple Valley, and the Red Lobster. I do have those now in my collection. Let's see. Number 9, the 2009 Bowman Affleck Chris Bryant auto. This is now part of my collection. One of my buddies in the Cubs chat, Steven, who has an amazing Cubs collection, sold me one of his. So that has been picked off. And number 10, I found this at the National back in 2019. The seller had $500 on it. I had a strict budget in 2019 because it was just a hobby. And I saw this piece on Sunday for $500. I think this piece has probably just jumped. It's been a roller coaster, I can imagine, because I'm sure it went way up from $500 in 2019. And, there's not too many players on this sheet. Trying to think of who else was on there. So let's see. I saw this at a table at the 2019 National. Javi Baez. The reason I wanted it was Javi Baez is on the sheet. It's uncut sheet. Let's see. So the Javi Baez, I bought the Affleck Javi Baez for $50. And then at the time of this writing, it was selling between $250 and $300. And now you could probably get it for $50 or less now. So who else was in that set? Francisco Lindor, Jose Fernandez, Dylan Bundy. So there you go. So that was my want list, April of 2020. And so I think I picked off, eight items, seven or eight items in the last 3 years. Where are we at? Angel Baby. Got him. Jason Edwards Sports Cards. What's up? Thanks for Don's email the other day. He emailed me back and gave me discounts for different models. I think I'm going to go with the 8040. Awesome. Love it. Set Cards. Good morning. Since I only have 20 to 30,000 cards with this amount, I can't justify spending $1,000 on a scanner without a doubt. And that's what's cool. There's a budget for everyone. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a brand new scanner. You can get a refurbished, like older generation, 7030 or 7160, and spend, $300 on a model like that. Mark says, I cannot expect to have a productive day after a McDick's breakfast, but it does hit the spot some days. Heck yeah. Big Harv in the house. Good morning. Let's see. PSA revealed a package of September deals, breakout modern football. I did see somebody shared that in one of my group chats Modern Football on sale, PSA. I don't do Modern Football, nor do I do PSA. So I just I looked away. Happy Friday, grinding for good in the house. Hail Mary Hits is with us. What's up? Good morning to you. Big Harv says, Bo is just a grumpy, get off my lawn old man now. I am. Hopefully I'm not today, but I was yesterday. Watch out, Biscuit's rear output may spike. It did. She's been pooping a lot more. Hot guy Sheena, what's up? What is up? Good morning to you. I've seen my dog eat a stick, so no trouble getting him to eat. Steve Ains Comedy, good morning. What's happening? Uncle Rich in the house, mediocre like percent. We can do better. Hit the like button. It's because you're late. That's why. Actually, you weren't as late. I'm how many minutes behind? 22 minutes behind the chat. Good morning to you. Flawed Thinker says, can someone explain to me how 2 California and 1 Texas team just joined the Atlantic Coast? It's kind of like Rutgers, Maryland, and now who out west, UCLA joining the Big Ten. There's no such thing as regional conferences. Now conferences are just spread out all over the damn place. Rich says, subscribe for these chats. Hell yeah. Sports card ripping teacher says, sorry, it was on my couch. There you go. Dorky Anglers in the house. Good morning. Angel Baby says, what I learned several years ago, the free USPS large flat rate boxes became a substantial game changer. I keep many of my cards in those boxes. Ship when need be. Absolutely. And that's a good reminder because a lot of people ask, especially if you're not shipping on a regular basis, like flat rate boxes can be your friend. Now, be careful because if you're shipping within the same zone, like I'm in Wisconsin. So if I'm shipping to like Illinois, Minnesota, in-state Wisconsin, it's probably less for me. Actually, it is less for me to send a bunch of cards in a box and ship it priority as opposed to a flat rate box. But if I'm shipping to California or Oregon or Washington, it's going to save me probably a few bucks at least shipping in a flat rate box. So always good reminder. Cooter, good morning. Zach and Porter in the house. No answer yet. I'm living my life like Bo. I'll find out when I get there. Hey, that's the way to live. I like it. Let's see. Flawed Thinker. I think Rich is right. It's definitely a money thing, but not the traditional sense. Logistically, it will be a massive undertaking for those teams. I believe it's about survival. It is something that was, this is kind of along the same page. So when I worked in college athletics, I worked at Western Illinois. We were in the Summit League and we had, who was it? UMKC was in our conference, the Summit League, and they moved in along with Chicago State, moved into the the Great West Conference. Now the Great West Conference shouldn't have had a name like that because it was Chicago State, UMKC, New Jersey Institute of Technology, NJIT, Grand Canyon out in Arizona. There was a California team. And I think there was even a team somewhere like Texas. There was a Texas team, I think Texas A&M Commerce or Corpus Christi, maybe Corpus Christi. I mean, it was like the entire country. And these are like low major Division I programs. And I was talking with somebody at Chicago State and an administrator at Chicago State. He's like, we're saving money by going to this conference. And to me, initially, it didn't make any sense. How can you save money by flying across the country? Well, when you're in the Summit League and you're in Macomb, where's the nearest airport? Peoria, Quad Cities. That's an hour and a half. So you have to bus to the airport an hour and a half. You have to get on a puddle jumper and then fly. Where are the other teams in the Summit League? Brookings, South Dakota. Sioux Falls, or not Sioux Falls, Vermilion, South Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. And then you got some bigger cities like Indianapolis. At that time, Indianapolis, Detroit, where Oakland was, is Tulsa for Oral Roberts. We added Denver. But some of those schools, it was not easy. So you got direct flights into all those places because they were, mostly the Great West at that time was, big cities. Even though they were spread out, you can get direct flights. And especially for a program like Chicago State, they're in Chicago. So they don't have to hop on a puddle jumper to fly to Peoria or just bus all the way down to Macomb, a 4.5 hour bus ride. So in that sense, it makes a little bit of sense, but it also, it's like, oh my God, how does it make it make sense? Ken says, I'm shifting what I do. So very glad you didn't sell that NASCAR to me after all. And that's exactly why I didn't, because I know your collecting style. And I'm like, by the time I get this ready to go, you're not going to be interested in it. So that's why I'm just, I'll find it. If you would have reached out to me like in the last 3 months, then I would have been, but it would have been a pain in the ass to ship. That's the thing. Because I've got binders, small boxes, big boxes. I would have had to condense it all into like flat rate boxes, and it would have just been a giant pain in the ass. So I think for all of us, for both of us, it would have been a giant pain in the ass. George wants to know what dick slime is. That's messy. Wherever that came from. Not one of his better songs. I don't want to work. I want to bang. There you go. Yeah. I can't think of how it goes. I can't hear it in my mind. Happy Friday, Dave Pearson in the house. Card Hobbyist says the problem with conference expansion is that it focused on TV revenue. Yes, for the big sports like football. Now you have an increase in cost of sending the tennis and wrestling teams across the country to play. Absolutely. The thing is, those football programs pay for all that. They make so much money. Even when it comes down to my experience at Western Illinois, we were paid $400,000. The football program was paid $400,000 to come to Wisconsin to play the Badgers. That's a lot of money for Western Illinois University. And then, some schools like Missouri State one year played like 3 money games. They got their asses kicked, but they made like $3 million. That's a lot of money for a program. And that money is not just funneled, like $400,000 does not just go straight to the football program. It goes to the athletics department, who then disperses it amongst swimming, tennis, baseball, softball, our non-revenue generating sports. And they're like the baseball programs, they're bussing, man. Like our baseball program at Western, they go down to like when you're in Illinois, Wisconsin, you have to go south to play ball in February and March. And those are long bus trips down to Alabama and Florida in the bus league. So that money gets filtered. So they focus on that TV revenue for the big sports because there's so much money. And yeah, it takes a hit on the tennis program and the swimming program, but they're getting funded by the football program. The football programs run athletics departments because that's where all the money is. And then to a much, much smaller extent, basketball. But your big money games, like when FCS teams go play Big Ten teams and SEC teams, they're getting paid, I'd say on average, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Sometimes it's up to $1 million. So that's I lost my train of thought there. So that's kind of how the average. That's a lot of money. Like, I mean, for Alabama to throw $1 million at somebody to come play them and kick their ass 60-0, it's a drop in the bucket because of those huge TV deals. Steve says, I don't want to work. I just want to bang on my drum all day. Yes. Sports card ripping teacher. Back to the dogs. I would play golf with a guy that always said after a good shot, your doggy will never eat if all you ever do is feed it doggy biscuits. That's true. And I told my wife, I'm like, we've got to get away from spoon feeding this dog. Like, and I think that's because when my wife was gone, when her and her mom went on the cruise, like I didn't even have to like Biscuit just ate. And then when my wife came back, Biscuit was a little hesitant. And I'm like, I think she's expecting you to spoon feed her. And it's just kind of been, we've just been like, nope, we don't push it. And she's been eating on her own. You mean the Packers touchdown song at Lambeau? Who are the Packers? As a Bears fan over the past 30 years, you should be familiar. I've never heard of the Packers. Tigers 727. Good morning. Mark says any team that cannot compete with the big money blue chip programs shell out in addition to playing in a non-Power 5 conference will have virtually no draw in recruiting. The chasm in college football would be too big. There's already a big chasm. The big chasm is closing in. It has been getting, even over the last 20 years, the giant chasm between the haves and the have-nots is significantly narrowing. And a big part of that is the internet, and now you can watch, especially now with smart TVs, I can watch Western Illinois games on my couch, where 20 years ago, it's like, oh man, the only time I'd get to watch Western Illinois is if they played a Big Ten team on the Big Ten network. But now you can watch anything you want. ESPN3, bring it up on your app, and boom, you can watch New Jersey Institute of Technology take on Chicago State. And now it's narrowing even further with NIL. And now you're going to start seeing college student athletes. You're going to start seeing them stay in school because they can make more money in college through NIL than if they were taken, say, in basketball, a second round in the NBA. So they can make so much more money, which I am very happy that they finally allowed student athletes in college to make some money. I think it's still the Wild West. There's still some gray areas. It'll get worked out. It's going to be great in the long run. Yeah, there's always going to be shadiness in college athletics. It's big money. It's big money. And that's why I'm glad the NIL is around. Will there be shady business? Yes. There's going to be shady business without it. At least maybe it's tracked a little, at least you can track it a little better. I think it's going to be good. What a lot of people don't realize is that being a college athlete, especially at the Division I level, is a full-time job. Like, you can't just take a job at McDonald's when you're a student athlete, especially at the Division I level. You can't just go, maybe you can tutor on the side, but you can't get a job at a restaurant or at Walmart. Like, you don't have time because you're practicing, you're in meetings, you're traveling, and you're a student athlete. So you're in school and doing homework. So I'm glad they're making some money, or at least have the potential to make the money. Jason, what's up? H-boob. I don't know what that means. Haboob. Yes. That was what it is. That's what happened. A haboob. I knew it was a funny name. Haboob, Arizona. A haboob is a type of intense dust storm carried on an atmospheric gravity current, also known as a weather front. What causes haboob? Haboobs occur as a result of a thunderstorm outflow wind. Strong thunderstorm winds can start a dust storm that can drastically reduce visibility. Haboob. Love it. Jason, star for the day. Thank you. There it is. Steve says haboob. Yes. An unsorted box of NASCAR in the next bulk. I will be a multi-dollar heir, probably going through it. Yes. Michael, good morning. Let's see. Where are we at? Dorky Angler says McDonald's needs to bring back their steak, egg, and cheese bagel. The Dodgers-Braves game last night was brutal. There was only 4 games on. Really sucked for my fantasy baseball, but I don't think I lost any ground. Card Hobbyist misses the big breakfast burrito for McDonald's. It had potatoes and jalapenos in it. I don't remember that. But I'm a big fan of their burritos now. They've gotten a little smaller, but I still like them. Uncle Rich is excited for the food talk. Most Saturdays, I get oatmeal and a large coffee at Mickey D's. I was looking in the pantry yesterday. I've mentioned it before. I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the GOAT of cereals. And one day in the grocery store, I think I went hungry, which is a no-no. I saw Cinnamon Toast Crunch oatmeal. And I'm like, I like oatmeal. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And it was very disappointing. It was certainly not what I expected. It was okay. But I think just plain oatmeal would have been better. Imagine that. And I still have a whole bunch of it in the pantry, which I have to look at dates. My wife doesn't care about dates on food for the most part, unless there's dairy in it. Then she's like, but I'm like, I won't eat if something's past due, I don't eat it. Except when I just don't realize. Apparently I've been eating Miracle Whip or mayo that's been outdated, which could explain some things. My wife's like, oh, by the way, you've been eating outdated mayo. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. I won't go into details. Hey, Dan, what's up? This morning I added an extra side burrito to the Jimmy Dean breakfast. There you go. Johnny M, congratulations, Mark. 38 years. Very cool. Kyle has never drank. It's funny to me when people ask why not. The question should be, why do you drink? That's a very good point. Well, why do you drink? I don't know. I don't even know the answer. Why do you drink? Because it's something I've always done. The first time I got drunk, I remember in high school. You kids don't drink when you're in high school. I went to my first party. I was a sophomore in high school. It was at Nick Van Hefty's house. He lived right across from the high school. So he was a senior when I was a sophomore. Some of the kids that just graduated. So it was the cool, it's where the cool kids go. So here's me, a little dorky sophomore, doesn't drink. I want to fit in. So I'm holding this this can of Bud Light, and I take a drink. It's like, oh. And I'm like, I have this one can of Bud the entire night. That was I think my junior year is the first time I got drunk. I was at my friend Jason's house, and Jason's parents went off to a New Year's party. So it was me, Jason. Who else was there? Chuck, Chad. There was 6 of us. We're gonna drink beer. We're out in the barn. They had a party barn, and I just remember. And they had because they had a party barn, so they just have leftover beer when people come over. So there's Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, Old Milwaukee, Keystone, everything. And we just me and I think it was just Chuck and I. Jason drank a few, Chad drank a few, and me and Chuck just went through it. And this is the first time I really drank beer. And I was so hungover the next day. And I remember my mom, I was sleeping. And I remember my mom coming into my bedroom. And I'm like, I just don't feel good. I think I'm sick. And I could hear my mom closed the bedroom door and walked out into the living room. And I could hear her tell my dad, I think he's hungover. That was the first time. And you would think I would not do it again, but you never learn. Never learn. But I do enjoy the taste of beer. Like, especially on like a hot summer day, like, oh, it's very refreshing. It's very refreshing. Flawed Thinker has pulled 3 one-of-ones from blasters. Holy shit, that's good. So I can only remember I'm trying to think of how many one-of-ones, just like straight one-of-ones. The Topps Chrome update was the Superfractor was out of a retail blaster because it was retail only at the time, that product in 2016. Topps Pro Debut obviously doesn't have retail, so it was in a hobby box, the jumbo box. I did pull a Wood Mini one-of-one out of Allen and Ginter several years ago. That was in a hobby box. Trying to think any other one-of-ones I've pulled. I don't know. Card Hobbyist gets the same question when I say I don't drink. Jason Edwards says, I pulled one Ichiro Auto Superfractor, sold it for like a K 4 to 5 years ago. Heck yeah. That's a great pull. Angel Baby says, what's the rarest card you own? That's kind of a tough question because what's rare? Like a one-of-one, I don't consider one-of-ones rare, even though there's only one made, but it's like, it's just a parallel to other cards. Like there's also the same card numbered to 5, numbered to 10, and there's also a base card that there's a million of. So I don't really consider those rare. I mean, if I had I don't know. Because like some of the tobacco, the old Judge cards, I mean, maybe they're rare, but they're not. You can find them somewhere. I don't know. The rarest card. That's a tough one. Let's see. Where are we at? Jason says, thanks. Wish I still had it. To be honest, it was an awesome looking card. Been trying to see if it pops back up on eBay. Rock Latex. I've pulled 2 Superfractors. 06 Bowman Chrome. Kenji Jojo. Oh, that was in 2006. Holy crap. That was a huge card. And a 2021 Bowman Chrome Draft Andrew Abbott. That's a big card right now. Angel Baby says, every real collector owns at least one really rare card. I would say no. I would say no to that. Let's see. True, but some rare cards have no numbering at all. Good morning, Andy Mack. Right now, my best card is a Steph Curry 2021-22 Leaf Metal. Proof Auto 1-of-1. Yes, it's Leaf, but it's a 1-of-1, and I pulled it. Very cool. Good morning. Sal Dougie's in the house. No. Don't go, Brewers. Who do the Brewers got this weekend? Who am I rooting for this weekend? Oh, of course I know. The Phillies. We're playing the Phillies. Go Phillies. Go Phillies. Angel Baby. That's me for sure. Let's see. Where are we at? Hall of Fame card collector. I got a flatbed so I could scan anything. Bo, for being super grumpy, you were especially helpful to me via Twitter. Appreciate the help. Hey, you bet. Let's see. Tiger727. Sure hope the Brewers can do well in Philly going to the Brewers game on the 16th. Boo. We don't want the Brewers to win. No, we want the Brewers to lose. Cubs. Good morning. Christian in the house. Only eat McDonald's breakfast once a year. Buy a McGriddle on my birthday. Hey, I like it. Can I send you a care package? I don't know if you're talking to me, but sure, you can send me a care package. Angel Baby says, in 14 years of heavy collecting, I own the first run 1996 Fleer Metal Basketball Kobe Bryant with a full bottom Crazy 8s Adidas shoe, priceless. That's a big card, I think. I don't know basketball, but it sounds like it's a big card. Let's see. Max says NCAA sports is only about money. Stop. I don't know what I'm stopping, but yes, I know it's all about money. I completely agree with you. I don't know why you're telling me to stop. The card was produced. Adidas sued Fleer. One Fleer cut the bottom portion, redistributed, then came Gen 2 plus precious metal. Interesting. I did not know that. Mark says, my freshman year playing AAU basketball, one of the teams I played for was sponsored by Adidas, and we were given crazy eights to play in. So heavy. Where are we at? Mr. Smith, good morning. Just paid for a store subscription for the first time, and I love how I don't have to worry about what space I take up. Heck yeah. Love it. Now the schools just need to pull a Manziel and have the players autograph things for fans for a flat fee. Good morning, Victor. Late start. Oh, it is. Shit, it is Labor Day weekend. My mom's birthday was yesterday. Tried calling her. She didn't answer. I texted her, happy birthday. I tried calling. She's like, oh, I'm at the bar with Sue and Spencer. Okay, have fun. Mom partying on a birthday. Jody, what's up? We finally hit 10K enlisting and couldn't do it without the 8170. Love it. Absolutely love it. Flawed Thinker says, I will say I do enjoy a good upset when a small team comes in and embarrasses the home team. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. In football, when we played money games, I think we didn't necessarily get blown out. The Missouri game, we got blown out. That was a terrible game. We got blown out against Missouri. Who else? We played UNLV in a money game. I think that was a respectable. I think it was Iowa State we almost beat. It was Minnesota or Iowa State we almost beat, which Missouri was my least favorite press box for football that I worked in. Minnesota was my favorite. I think we did really well against Minnesota, and I think we played Iowa State within a touchdown. Wisconsin, we played really well. We held Melvin Gordon to like his lowest rushing output of the entire season that year. It was the year he broke the single game rushing record later on. Who else did we play in money games? Was that it? Just those? Trying to think of where else we went. I think it was just those. Let's see. Now that job pays up to $2.6 million. Reggie Bush should get his Heisman reinstated if players can now get NIL deals. I 100% agree. Haboob is that restaurant owner on Seinfeld that got deported. McDonald's sells oatmeal. Flipping Sports Guy is curious. Yuck. There couldn't be a worse combo for breakfast. Cinnamon Toast Crunch and oatmeal. Gag me. Oatmeal is one of the only things I will always refuse to eat. I don't think there's anything I refuse to eat. I'll eat anything. I don't like the smell of liver and onions. I think it's disgusting, but I'll eat it. There's like nothing I refuse to eat. I'll eat a chocolate-covered cockroach. Because it's chocolate. I will. Food. I'm not going to go in my backyard and eat a worm. But if it's food and it's been federally inspected, I'll eat it. Which in America is probably not. Like all the poison that's in our food, all this chemical shit we have in our food, it's probably safer to go in your backyard and eat bugs than eating some of the shit they put in our food. I won't get on that soapbox. Angel Baby loves him some McDonald's oatmeal. Brian says, I drink so I can keep my job. Hey, that's the best answer. Brian works for Titletown, right? Titletown, I think. Terry, good morning. Let's see. Flipping Sports Guy also won't go anywhere near oatmeal. CWK5, what's up? I think you're new to the chat. Welcome in. Angel Baby says, Dad was in the military. We were raised on oatmeal. Remember cream of wheat? Whatever happened to cream of wheat? I loved cream of wheat until I saw the Golden Child. Two entirely different movies, by the way. The Golden Child and the Problem Child. But I think was there like a thumb in his I think it was cream of wheat, wasn't it? In the Golden Child. Look at all these new chatters. I think, are these porn bots? Ruak FF42. They're only saying hi. Pohagapura. Hi. Moonlight. Hi. Sons of Games. Hi. Naruto. Hi. Look at all these. Hi. 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 1K with 0 videos. Hi. The troll team. What is up with all these? And how come I still only have 64 viewers? 67. Are you trying to get me to 100 viewers? Troll team. Troll team, get out there. Help me get more viewers. Troll team. Unite. Where we at? George says, I personally started drinking when I was 15. I drunk feeling was an escape from reality and still is. And that's kind of true. So that's why I drink. It is. Sometimes you just need an escape, and I know it's not a healthy escape, but hey, sometimes it works as long as you don't abuse it. Let's see. We've got all the highs. Hi. Good morning. Hi. Red Light 34. What's up? We know he's not a bot. Inpo might be a bot. George says, you done got spam bot. Spam bots. Hextil 120. Hopefully it helps the algorithm. Or at least subscribe to my channel. Give me some views, some viewing hours, watch the commercials, put money in my account. Please, please, please. Bang Sandy 4. That sounds dirty. Look at all these. Look at all these. Wow. We got lots and lots. Dorky English says, what the fuck is this? My sentiments exactly. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Okay. Ooh, I like. Hey, is this Uncle Rich? Hacker. Guten Morgen. Yusuf. Guten Morgen. Where are all these spam bots coming from? Funk de God. Okay, I'm curious. Are these now I want to look up to see if these actually have like channels, or are they just like spamming people? We're gonna look at the Milkman. We're gonna go to the Milkman's channel. No subscribers, no videos. What the hell? Who else? There we go. Let's Filmy India. 1 subscriber, no videos. Okay. All right. So let's wade our way through these. What are DAGs? Does anybody know what DAGs are? Relax time. We love DAGs. Meow. Oh, they love dogs. They're dog spammers. Meow. Oh my God. This is funny. This is too funny. John says, hey, I thought I'd just get in here with everyone else. Okay. Some real comments. I pulled a 1-of-1 select Luca from a Target Blaster, 1-of-1 Sam Howell from Classics Hobby, a 1-of-1 McGuire box topper, and a 1-of-1 Rays team card. Nice. That's some good luck. I had a problem opening too much wax. Okay, well, there you go. The stop was for the comment you had on the screen. I'm trying to get through 2 full rows of Pokemon before I leave for GB this morning. Aha. My small card show is this weekend, Sunday, Monday. Oh, yeah, Labor Day. Used to be a 3-ring circus. Now the card show part is actually the easiest part. Mark Marinello, what's up? Good morning. I hopped on late and the chat was in German. Me and Dorky Angler were confused. Hey, you weren't the only one. There it is, Dan. September 6th, 2014. Melvin Gordon, 38 yards, 17 carries in a 37-3 win over WIU. Card Hobbyist says, I'm waiting for Bo to hit the troll stream. Happy Friday. What's up, Dan? I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either. I like it. He just hit one of them. LOL. Boxes of cream of wheat. Does that mean you've made it when the porn bots show up? At least they're not dropping links. Let's see. And away we go. There we go. We got Ken. We got Harlan. Hi. Milkman. Grits, good morning. Oh, so Milkman's not a bot. I thought I saw one of his chats and I thought he was a bot. Hi, we like Dags. Jason Puck, fish sticks. Ovaltine, Maltomeal, love it all. During the whole High Fest, the viewer count never went up, held steady at like 60. I noticed it never went up. Let's see. Dags is a reference to the movie Snatch. Never seen it. Hey, we're at the end of the chat. Let's play Name That Player. And now we got through all the spam bots. Let's bring up the standings. How about Max with 10 points? Flawed Thinker at 7. Uncle Rich has 6. Scotty Dubs with 4. Terry also 4. Harlan has 3. Philly Joe with 3. Flipping Sports Guy Diego, the card hobbyist, and PK Steinberg, 1 point apiece. We're playing football today. We are playing football. I've got to get my cover. So we're doing it just like we did last week. Let's see. Matt says, I'm actually here for Name That Player again. Took the morning off to go to the Fry Fest, day-long Iowa football celebration down in Iowa City. Have fun. And Matt, we're playing football today. Do I have any former? I don't think I have any former Hawkeyes that I pulled. So we're playing football just like we did last week with baseball. I just pulled 15 random football cards, and we're gonna try your luck. And from different decades, I think they go back. One player might go back to the 50s or 60s. I don't think I have any current players, but fairly current guys. So here we go. You see the standings. You know how the game works. I flash the player and you type it in as fast as you can. Here we go. Football. We're going back to the 70s on this one. Kyle says, I'm going to start guessing early. Uncle Rich nailed it. I didn't even have to give the team. The Dallas Cowboys. Ed Too Tall Jones. So Uncle Rich with the point. Uncle Rich moves up into a tie with Flawed Thinker. 7 points each. I was surprised. More people got that than I thought. So this might be an easy day. This I found in my bulk buy. Who's this guy? I think there's going to be like 5 or 6 all at one time. That's what it seems like with StreamYard. At least with YouTube, they kind of came one at a time. Okay, first one, it looks like Harlan got it. Harlan was the first. Mr. Pat McAfee. Mr. Pat McAfee. So Harlan, is that your second point? Harlan has 4 points. So he's in a tie now with Harlan has 4 with Scotty Dubs and Terry McDaniel. All right, so a lot of people knew it was McAfee. All right, next up. Next up, we go back to I think he played in the 80s. Who's this guy? Looks like he was a Lion. Who played for the Lions? All right, we got some. Max was the fastest. Sims, yes. Billy Sims. Max extends his lead. Mark says, my goodness, my internet is slow. Let's see, Max. So yeah, I think it's name that player who has the fastest internet. All right. So yeah, a lot of people knew Sims. This might throw some people off, this next one. Might throw some people off. Let's see. Is this going to trick anybody? This would trick me. If I only saw this, I know who I would guess, and it would be the incorrect answer. It did not confuse Max. Wow. See, Matt said Donovan McNabb, and that's exactly who I would have guessed because it looks like a Syracuse helmet. It is because Marvin Harrison also went to Syracuse. So the first one up there, Max again. Max edged out. Let's see. Scotty Dubs also had Harrison. Terry had Harrison. And all these came at 816. But the first one on my screen is Max. Let's see. Max with 12 points. All right. And okay, next up. Mark says he's an hour behind. Yeah, hit refresh. If anybody's like lagging, hit the refresh. Who's this guy? Looks like this is an older picture. Looks like he might be a quarterback. All right. Oh, shit. We got like 10 guesses all at the same time. It is John Elway. It is John Elway. It's so weird. So all of those came at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were like 12, 15 came at the exact same time. First on my screen was the Card Hobbyist. Elway is correct. So Card Hobbyist now has 2 points. Card Hobbyist with 2. And so he moves up ahead of Flipping Sports Guy Diego and PK. Oh, Card Hobbyist 2. So let's just move him up over here. There we go. Right. And all right, John Elway. Okay, next up. Oh, we're going back to the 70s. Where are my Bears fans at? Let's see. Max says Piccolo. Piccolo is not correct. Fensick, not correct. Mark, you got it. Doug Buffone, yes. Despite his lagging internet, Mark got the point. Doug Buffone. Mark is on the board. Let's see. First point for Mark. I keep typing. Marinello. There we go. Mark Marinello with the point. Oh, there we go. And, we're sticking to Chicago. Who's this guy? Chicago Bears. Bear down, baby. All right, we got a whole bunch coming at the same time. So first one, Harlan was the first to get Gale Sayers. Yes, beautiful card. Topps Valor, I think, from 2014. So let's see, Harlan, I think that's his second point today, and he moves up ahead of Terry and Scotty. Harlan is on Uncle Rich's heels. Harlan moves up here. Save and show. There we go. 5 points for Harlan. Let's see. Harlan says it's all football points. We'll probably do a mix. We'll probably go back and forth now that we're in football season. And just make sure his name's not on here. Okay, here we go. New Orleans. Who's this guy? Nollins. I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those where it just everything pops up. Yep. Max was the fastest to get Williams, Ricky. Saints gave up what? How many first round picks did they give up to get that pick to take Ricky Williams? Max extends his lead. Now has 13 points. All Ditka's fault. Okay, here's a little obscure one. Max might get it. This is a little obscure one. Where are my Packers fans? Minneapolis kid says he sees like 5 answers before the card is on the screen. Hit the refresh button. That might work. Green Bay Packers. Offensive lineman. I think he was a nose tackle. Let's see. Oh, geez, we got a lot of guesses coming in. I don't think we got any correct guesses. It's not Tony Mandrich. A lot of Tony Mandrich guesses. It is not Tony Mandrich. It is not McCoy. Not Mandrich, not Lott, not Matthews. Not Mandrich. Nope. Let's see. Where are we at? Not Mandrich. Refresh. Nelson. No. 6'5", 275-pound nose tackle. Now, he was not, I'll give a hint. He might have only played in Green Bay for like a year. You would probably recognize him more with the Kansas City Chiefs. Longtime Kansas City Chief. Yes, flawed thinker. Bill Moss. Bill Moss. Yes. Flawed thinker with the point. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. It wasn't a give me where I had 12 comments at the same time come up. Bill Moss, flawed thinker. Flawed thinker is in second behind Max. Mark says he's a Rutgers guy. All right. Oh, hey, we're going way back on this one. We're going way back on this guy. Who is it? The New York Football Giants. Tittle is correct. Harlan got it. Harlan got it. Harlan got it. Where's Harlan? Oh, man, a lot of people got it. Harlan was the first. Y.A. Tittle. I think we're going to have to make these a little more difficult next time. It is fun when people know them. But then if it's really easy, it's like the fastest internet gets it. And we want to like level the playing field, right? Harlan. Harlan got it. So Harlan with. Oh, Harlan is only now 1 point behind Uncle Rich. Look at those standings. Max with 13. Flawed Thinker with 8. Uncle Rich 7. Harlan 6. All right. Next up. We got a few more. Okay, this is another Packer. That is, according to Beckett, a $50 card on Tittle. It's probably not a $50 card. It's just a reprint. It's a Topps Archives. Let's see. All right. Green Bay Packers. We've got some answers rolling in. Let's see. Not Sterling Sharp. Not Sterling Sharp. Matt says it's Harlan on a different computer inside your house. Not Antonio Freeman. Not Sharp. Not Sharp. Not Shatrope. Not Schroeder. Not Woodson. Kind of on, starting to get closer. Not Schroeder. Not Sharp. Not Mandich. Not Ferguson. Not Sharp. Not Sharp. Not Walker. See the next sentence after the first one. Not Abadaris. Ferguson, Sharp, Walker. It's none of these. It's not Butler. It's not Keith Jackson. He's a big name. He's a wide receiver with a big name. Not Jennings. Card Hobbyist wants some hints. I'm going to give a hint, and you're going to get it. Think this guy is another guy that I probably only played 1 year for the Packers, and I don't have to give the hint away. Max, finally, somebody got it. Max. Andre Rison. Andre Rison. Max. Didn't he guessed? He's like, I don't know, Rison? Yeah, Max, you got it. Andre Rison. 14 for Max. Moving on up, moving on up. All right. Bad Moon Rising. All right. I'm sensing a theme here. I went with players that weren't really known for their teams they're pictured on in these cards, like this Raiders player. Raiders. This would have been a Los Angeles Raider. Dickerson is correct. Who was the first? Oh, we had a few. All right, first one up, Ken. Ken was the first to guess Eric Dickerson. Yes, Eric Dickerson. Los Angeles Raiders. Ken on the board. And I believe that's Ken's first point of this new round. Yes. I'm going to type Ken instead of Bean's Ball Card Blog. Ken. I am glad they give me 1,000 characters, so that's good. Eric Dickerson. Saw a Rocket Ishmael guess. Love that guess. Dan says the Saints traded their first, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh round picks of the 99 draft and their first and third round picks from the 2000 draft to the Redskins for the fifth overall pick of the 99 draft. That's insane. That is insane. All right, we've got 3 left, I think. We've got, got to hide this side. All right, this should be another easy one. Another Raider. Another Raider. Do you know your 87 Tops football? And I bet a few of you do. Who is this guy? I have a feeling they're all going to come in wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There we go. We got a whole bunch of them. First one up, we're going to give it to SoCal guy with Plunk. I'll give it to you. Jim Plunkett. SoCal guy on the board. I think that's your first point. We've got some nice variety among our correct guessers today. 1967, 1 point. All right, we're down to 2 left. It was not Carr. Half point. It was not Carr. You are correct. Let's see. All right. I got to get some of these last few, I've got to get creative on hiding the name. Okay. All right, here we go. Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver. Philly wide receiver. Carmichael. Yes. Fast fingers for the Minneapolis kid. Oh, there we go. Minneapolis kid with the point. Harold Carmichael. Looks like SoCal guy knew that one. Max knew that one. Matt says he shows up first on his screen. Yeah, I think that's just like the YouTube thing. Let's see. Minneapolis Kid, that's your first point of this new round. All right. So we got first points today from Mark, Ken, SoCal Guy, and Minneapolis Kid. Let's see if we can get another first time or first pointer of this new round. All right. We've got a Cardinal. Last card of the day. Last card of the day. Dorky Angler says, do you have top messages selected or all messages? Neither, because I'm on StreamYard. So they just come. It's first come, first serve on StreamYard. All right. Do we have any correct? It is not Jake Plummer. It is not Stoney Case. It is not Matt Leinart. It is not Jake Plummer. It is not Dave Craig. It is not Steve Berline. Max, yes, it is Boomer. Boomer Esiason. And Max is like, I don't know. Is it Boomer Esiason? Yes. Lucky guesses for Max times 2 today. So Max extends his lead, 15 points. And here's the standings. That was the last card of the day. Max with 15 in first. Flawed Thinker moves up to 8 points. Uncle Rich 7. Harlan, a couple points today, has 6. Scotty Dubs at 4. Terry McDaniel has 4. Philly Joe with 3. Card Hobbyist has 2. Flipping Sports Guy has 1. Diego with 1. PK Steinberg. Mark Marinello. Kin. SoCal Guy 67. And the Minneapolis Kid 1 point apiece. How about it? That was fun. That was fun. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Dorky Angler says, not for you, for the people that are showing up first on their chat. Ah, yes. Flawed Thinker says, I listen to Boomer on the radio every morning. Shame. Mark is off the schneid. Matt says, I should have just gone to work. Maybe next week. Oh, you got to work next week. Bummer. Kyle says, how about a random name that player with NASCAR, wrestling, soccer, and hockey? Might be able to do that. Mixed sport and non-sport. We could do that. Like, I pulled these. I'm like, I wonder if this is worth it. Because this is from like 2000. It's only worth like $2. Jean Grey from some Marvel movie. X-Men. Famke Janssen. I found that and set it aside. Let's see. Max says, you're always going to show up on yours first because YouTube hasn't collected and displayed the info. Refresh and you'll see true order. There you go. Famka. Dorky Angler says, wrestling. Wrestling would be maybe like, let's see. What's coming up? Survivor Series. WrestleMania season. I don't want to do, because not too many people know. Maybe we'll do a special like wrestling edition. Like WrestleMania weekend in March or April, whenever that is. We'll do a wrestling version. Let's see. Pink Ranger. I give you permission to pick cards off my shelf. There you go. Throw in some Pokemon. Do a wrestling and UFC edition. Open a box of Prism. Beanie Baby cards. I'd be terrible at wrestling. If you do fake sports, do Pokemon then too. There you go. Anybody see the Beanie Baby movie? Might be interesting to people here. Oh, is that like the documentary on Beanie Babies? All right. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Even the bots. They didn't even show up on my views. The bots. So I will go live tomorrow. It's going to be a little early for Saturday. It's a little early for Saturday as I'll be heading over to Milwaukee. But I will go live. And then I will be live on Sunday as well. So, like, subscribe, shop my eBay store, buy some cards. My eBay sales for August, I finally hit the 100% improvement month over month. which is like, well, you don't want to grow that fast. I do 105%. My last 31 days are 105% better than last month, which is good because that's exactly how I wanted it to be. In fact, that's about 5% more than what my goal was. So in the last 31 days, my sales dollars are 105% higher than the previous 31, because that was July when everything was crazy around here. So a big day yesterday. After a few slower days, like not terribly slow, not like basically average for like a midweek. And then yesterday was kind of like sales pickup on a Thursday type of deal. So we'll see how Labor Day weekend goes. I expect sales to be decent. I should be getting over the hump in terms of my sales goal. So let's see. That's what I had. Like, subscribe, hit up my eBay store. Join me tomorrow morning. Probably go 7:30 tomorrow morning. And I'll see you then.